process to get the chat to work every time, and I wish it would just work the first time. Thank you, Ortis. Oxium. I could use that. Probably, I guess. Docs, browser doc. We are not supposed to scratch that. No. Come on, up. Or make out with my boyfriend real quick. Oh, it's always fun. Yes, I approve. 10 out of 10. All right, I know you guys can't see it. Oh my god, YouTube can see it. But you guys can't. I'm so sorry.
It's just a baby.
All right, apply, and then I have YouTube chat, and then we can get on the other screen and we can do things. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to use a computer. That's my bad. Maybe. All right, yeah. No, I am loading. I'm so sorry, chat. Apply. Cool. I can see YouTube now. I can see chat. All right, I can supervise everyone properly. I don't even know what we're doing today. Aw, that's very cute. Either send us a cute message. I am smooth. Let me get that look of the die swagger. RN Jesus loves you with a 19. Hell yeah, giving good vibes today. All right, and then why does Vahek want my attention? Oh, I got a fun skin. Get shit on, Vahek. All right, what was I going to do today? I should probably check, the first things first, my foundry, because as usual, that's usually the place where things are happening. Sword. I don't care. Give me weapon slots. Ah! Ha! Ha! Thank you so much for the 100 biddies! Oh my god, that was right in my ears. Viper, welcome in! Hello, how are you doing? Also, I did see, I finally remembered your Prime sub. Thank you so much for the Prime sub! I very much appreciate it. Ooh. My fingers, like, snap, crackled, and popped. Weirdly, right there. Sword. Gibby. Gibby, I would like the knife. Great, and I got points for that. Hell yeah. Enough ciphers to overthrow a small country. I think I have a I currently own 1,155 ciphers. Why do I have that many? It's because I keep doing this. Because the way I used to run out, and now the way I keep myself from forgetting is I come in here and every time I see that I have them done, I just make another one. Because it takes like I should probably stop for a little bit. Forma! I also remembered a few times to use the Warframe companion app to actually like get more Forma, because you can do that and build Forma around the clock. Even on days you don't play. If I forget to log in. Alright, we're probably just gonna do, again, more leveling, because Girly Pop has so much. The mastery points will be mine. Because I don't think I've... Yes, this is a Crescent Vulpaphyla. And what Sakura? Doesn't say. She's a Sakura's a Sly Vulpaphyla, and then I have Crescent is a... This one. Yeah, Crescent Vulpaphyla. Cool. And I didn't have this one, so we're gonna equip that. And we're gonna make you look a little more fun. Guild to customize. No for it. I can at least like change you up a little bit. I want to make this one a little bit different than my other one. Ooh, that color's really pretty. We're gonna start with that one though, because I think it's the best. We're gonna do a little bit of fashioning. I see your hydrate and I raise you. Honestly, I just have a Pepsi on my desk, so I'm just gonna take a sip of that. So, drinkity drinks. I did things. My brain is totally functional, I swear, but it's been a day. A medium-sized country. Yeah, I have enough. I think that's enough ciphers to overthrow a medium-sized country. That would definitely, yeah. I have so many for no reason. All right, we're gonna keep going. Oh no, I should open queue. We're just mostly gonna be leveling. Probably running some more relic missions. So that's mostly gonna be it. Make sure we're gonna go to Teshin and get our fun stuff from Teshin. Ooh, I've got another blue. I've got a lot of blue colors. Set gray, Lua purple. Ooh, I like the way that kind of looks together. I don't know about you guys, but I also really like the Mesa blue is really pretty. That's a lot of. Ooh. No, there are too many options, chat. Hold on. All right, we're gonna keep going, but that's really pretty. We're gonna do more blue. Trinitary. Is this, which one is this? Is this color your claws? No, this is not that one, but we're gonna do a different. Should we just make them entirely dark blue? Actually, I'm gonna do that part in Mesa purple because I think it looks cool. And then accents. Royal Big Mac, welcome in. Thank you for redeeming your daily flower. How are you doing? There we go. That's the one that changes the claw color. I wanted to give them like the gold. I have a couple of other like, ooh. We're gonna do that. And then emissive. Got that orange one. No. Yellow, that one, and then we have like the gold, and then the soul yellow kind of looks good, but I want like the castle. I'm thinking I'm gonna do the castle glint because I really like that one quite a bit. King, welcome in. Jace, hi, welcome. Sunbeam. Forma has been a game changer. Yes, it has. I haven't actually really done anything with Omniforma. Oh, that's right, and I get to pick whatever the fuck I want. Hi. Hi, Camellia. Welcome in. How are you doing? What do we think? I kind of want to go with, like, something kind of fun and bright. What if I have... Do I have a bright, like, nice true blue? And then back again, and then yeah, no, I'm gonna make that bright gold. Doge. All right, we have another Doge. And then let's get my stuff set up for ranking, and then we can get moving. Okay, this one. Yeah, we'll probably stay on Dante. I have primaries to rank. For once. I got the Nagata Prime finally. And we're gonna copy Warframe colors, and then we're gonna go ahead and auto-mod it because I'm terrible and I really just... I don't want to be modless, but I don't really want to put the mental energy in that required to actually figure out what to put on it. Christmas chat, if you realize. Play relationship. You can't romance them? Aw. Deadpool, hi! Welcome. How are you doing? I'm gonna open up my Rockstar. Yeah, I'm already kind of spastic, and I'm gonna have a Rockstar. That sounds like a totally good idea for me. I'm good to hear your stepdad's okay. I hope you are all doing okay. Secondary. I think I need to put Omniform on my Citrine, honestly. Like, it might be kind of overkill, but... I frankly think she could use it. Because I want to do such vastly different builds on different, like... Let's do this one first. I have a bunch of stuff to rank right now. I And then let's auto mod these two because again, we don't want to be going modless. Auto install is there for a reason. And frankly, it's for mastery fodder, in my opinion. And I know I could be learning to mod right now, but I'm gonna be really honest. My brain cells don't have power. If you guys could, if anybody, like, I don't have the power, but brain has the power. I don't know. I'm not making sense. You've been having a ton of fun playing as Nyx? Hell yeah! Glad to hear that. Alright, we are gonna get rolling. Queue is open for anybody who wants to join. Let me throw the queue message up real fast for y'all. So there we go. Whitehawk, thank you so much for the sub. You resubbed for 4 months. Thank you so much for being here for 4 months. I really appreciate it. Also, thank you for doing your daily flower. Oh, there goes my hair. Rip. Bald time. You guys just get eyeballs for days. Alright, I'm ready. Ooh, no. While we're waiting, we're going to go and... Nope, that doesn't have a relay. We're gonna go U. Strata relay's easy. Strata 11. And then we're gonna go get... Pet the egg! You gotta shine the dome. Petting the egg. You forgot about ear brows? What did you cut your finger on? How did you cut yourself? Go get a band-aid. Put pressure on it. Rinse it out. Not in that order. Reverse. I don't know why my brain worked. Why does my brain work bottom up? You ever notice I always put things backwards? Attention real quick. That's something I was noticing about myself recently. Like, whenever I'm saying a range, I always say the higher number first. Do I know why I do that? No. Am I gonna try and find out? Also, no. Alright, is there anything else here that I want? Not really. I'm just gonna be honestly saving them for ribbon ciphers because I'm nothing if not a sucker. I don't have anything for that. I don't really want to deal with Samaris. So we're gonna leave Strata Relay. Did you do the alerts over the weekend? I did not do the alerts over the weekend. I'm gonna be really honest. I had a lot going on this week. It was kind of hectic. I often exhibit bottom-up thinking. Ha ha ha. Further evidence of proof. Also, positive note, I've been on my beta blocker for a couple of days now. And feeling pretty good so far. It's actually really been helping to reduce my heart rate. I'm still like, it's still elevated. Like I'm sitting here and I'm talking and it's at like a 92. I also am having caffeine, so that's probably not helping. But either way. No, I get that. Mine does that. Accept. And then we're gonna go Zoom. But queue is open. As usual, exclamation point join, and then your in-game username if you want to squad up and game with me. We do like a couple of rounds, and then we switch out, and you guys are free to rejoin the queue whenever you'd like to. So, oh, we're just chilling and going and brain celling. Ooh, my chest hurts. There we go. Okay, but there's so much information to info dump about Warframe that's a valid way to spend a few hours. I'm sure Ethan and I did that the first time, like, he introduced me, and now, it's turned into a serial addiction, so... Whose fault is this really? Yes. So they're used for high blood pressure and high heart rate. I have tachycardia, so basically anytime I stand up, my heart rate goes above 100. My normal standing heart rate's about 115 to 120, and walking around just doing I did 4.5 minutes on my stress test. So I did 4.5 minutes on the treadmill, and that's my heart rate when we stopped after 4.5 minutes on an elevated treadmill at a walking pace. I was at 182. And if I'd kept going, it would have probably gone up and hit 200 easily. So, yeah, that's why I'm on heart meds, and they've been helping. Yeah, like, I'm sitting here and I'm talking kind of animated, and my heart rate right now is 92. Which, pretty normal for me. My, like, sitting heart rate's, like, in the 80s, and then my sleeping goes down to the 50s. So, like, and the thing is, my blood pressure is normal the entire time. The highest my blood pressure went up to, Ethan, when I did my test, I don't think I told you, it was 138/70. That was the highest it went.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and Dr. Dude was like, I'm not gonna prescribe you and, like, say you have POTS. Beta blocker intake keeps Joe Rogan away.
Yeah.
Good. Oh my god, throw that man in a river. Alright, we've got one more spot available if anybody wants to come with and squad up. We're gonna be just, honestly, probably running some relics and doing... Let's do Void Fissure. Are there any defense? No. I want a defense mission. I'm not gonna check Steel Path. That's Goblin Mine. That's Goblin Mine speaking. Also, Demon Slayer, welcome in. Thank you so much for Demir Daily Flower, if I didn't say that already. That's currently... So, no stream decking. Ah, how dare work. How dare work. It was a weird experience, because they also had to put an IV in my arm. And then they had to call an IV tech in to find my vein on quests. I want to start playing again. Main thing, how long the quests take. I would say, honestly, maybe hang out in a Discord call while you do the quests. Maybe, you know, put a show on. Something, if the length of them is really hard for you, I'd say that's maybe a solution. Right, I'm going to be rolling the dice. So let's get that for Demon Slayer. I'm so sorry, but RNG just does not like you today with a 4. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead. Steel Path. Oh, Ophelia, heaven help the girls falling in love. Ophelia, heaven help the girls falling in love. There we go. But yes, and I will take more steel essence because fuck it. About diversifying gameplay, yes. Soul Dark Angel, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sakura Squad. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. And also, from what I understand, a beta blocker just prevents your body from absorbing adrenaline as easily. From what I was understanding. That could be wrong.
Are we still waiting for a fourth?
Does anyone else want to jump in? If not, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Exclamation point join, as usual, with your username. Puddle, welcome in. Thank you for redeeming your daily flower. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Blackish Dust, welcome in. How are you doing? Sorry. Ah! I appreciate the recommendation. I will definitely look that up after stream. Let me write that down so I don't forget, because I'm fishbowl brained, and I will. Doop. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like her. Words aren't compatible with my brain right now. I keep wanting to pronounce that as hat, but welcome and thank you for redeeming your daily flower. Let me write that movie down. Karas the Prophecy. There we go. Okay, written down. Yeah. Yeeted. I accidentally yeeted that. That was not my intention. Hold on. I'm alive. Luggage does thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome to Sakura Squad. I'm just chilling. Oop. I missed something.
No.
Not gonna be here for long, but that is chill. You never have to stake around. Like, don't feel like you have to. I can kidnap you into the sun, but like, I don't think humans like that. Am I correct about that assumption? I totally get that.
Hail to the queen!
Maybe it would be helpful to kind of break it down into the smaller parts, and so it doesn't feel as overwhelming. And being like, okay, today I'm gonna do like this little, you know, engagement in it. My knuckles toast. Come here, Munchkin. No. Toast, Richard, come here. Come on. Nothing? Okay. Come on. He was trying to eat plastic. Like the little war criminal that he is. Are you supposed to be doing that? Toast.
Each enemy is more powerful than before. Only with true mastery of the TennoCon
He's a plastic eater.
will you succeed.
He's a dirty, dirty plastic eater.
In the area. Use these to crack open a relic.
Toast! Stop it! Tiny criminal. They're both right there. Let's see if they'll come up and hang out. They may not.
You found a fissure. Look out for reactant.
And then overguard for days. Let's get that up and running. No, don't rub on that, please. It's not something to rub on.
Collect reactant.
Alright, I'm sorry. I know the priorities here. We're gonna just have cat time for a second.
The reactant is working on your relic. Find more.
Toast. Tiny criminal.
Hello, chat. Sorry, I was completing a job application.
You've been hit by, you've been struck by a small criminal. I have that song stuck in my head, but you want to know something? The first time I heard it was not the actual Michael Jackson track. It was the Glee version, and that was all I had stuck in my head. The Flash singing Smooth Criminal. That's a niche internet joke that only some will get, but it's worth it. I watched the first few seasons of Glee. Alright. Desperate times called for desperate measures, and that was binging Netflix. Oh, no?
No, I didn't. Wasn't paying attention.
I mean, I selected the mission and I did steal path on purpose.
I was like, why is this taking so long?
Is it Suzumaru? Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sakura Squad. How are you doing? Yes. Technically, both of us have DM'd.
I suppose that is true. Didn't last very long for either of us, but we did do it.
I've been a player in a long-term TTRPG though.
Yeah, we both have. We just haven't taken the whole DM thing that far.
Yeah. Although we're moving back to where our forever DM lives, so
True.
maybe. Actually, I was gonna say coerce them. That's not even gonna be the thing. They're actively writing a campaign that they're ecstatic to make somebody play right now. So I know that for a fact. They were like, "You're moving back? D&D, D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, please." They were so excited, and I'm so excited because they're a fantastic DM. What would his Excalibur? Paladin.
Really? I was gonna say just straight up fighter.
No.
Gal doesn't have any healing skills.
No, but he Oathbreaker Paladin.
Okay, if you're gonna say, I would say probably multi-class paladin fighter. But primary is fighter.
Yeah, okay.
Also because he uses a one-handed sword.
What about Oberon? Cleric.
Oh yeah, overall's 100% a cleric. There's no argument about that.
Either a cleric or a druid. Druid cleric multi-class.
Yeah, druid cleric multi-class, half-half. Because there's a little too many plants and trees in there for it to be full cleric.
Bird time! Let's get some birds up and running.
I mean, yeah, we can't really argue with the fact that Revenant is a sorcerer.
Hotter take. Revenant is a warlock whose deity is the sentience.
I'd say that's Caliban.
No, but think about Revenant's lore.
I suppose he's literally a piece of the sentient.
Tenno, your numbers have increased significantly.
Things are happening.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Oopsie doodles, welcome in! Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for the hi! Welcome! How is your stream? Chicken tendies are raiding. Ooh, chicken tenders are the best, so welcome. Thank you so much for the shout out. Welcome, welcome. Oh, alright, what were you guys up to? We're currently running some Warframe. I'm just working on my MR30 rank up challenge that I'm trying to do before TennoCon. I'm halfway to MR25, and I've got a bunch of stuff to rank up as well as work on building. Did some variety? Ooh, what did you guys get up to? Is it Brody? I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sakura Squad. How are you doing? Nature Domain Cleric with Oath of the Ancients. Maybe that would be really cool. We were just also discussing what D&D classes Excalibur, Revenant, and Oberon would be. So also, if you guys need to raid and run, please feel free. If you need to like get all of your post-stream self-care in, please. I know how it be. But for those of you that don't know me, hi, welcome in. I'm Celeste or Claire. You can call me either one. I don't particularly care all that much, but whichever's fine. We play mainly Warframe and occasionally Pokemon, and that's about it. I am bad at yapping and remembering things. So if you ask me a question and I don't know, somebody in chat will probably know. Go get your food. Go get your dinner.
Do you
Feed
choose to
yourself.
leave now or continue fighting.
Body fuel after doing Stram is important. How about a classless RPG system? I actually really like that idea. I'll take the Arcturus Prime Barrel. No, I'm gonna take the Lex because for some reason my brain is telling me I need another Lex barrel. Alright, I got my relic. Bum, 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 bum. Toast!
Continue to defend.
Toast!
You will be rewarded for your bravery.
Real though, this weekend was kind of chaotic. I got to go to one of my favorite bead stores on Friday, which was a ton of fun, and get the stuff to make some beading projects. So I've been posted, and I showed you guys last stream like some of the pendants I've been making. So I've been making necklaces to go with, which I've been really excited about. No, of course my fucking thing broke. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
It's working. It's fine. We're good. Joint initiatives let players bounce combo ideas off each other in combat. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Trust me, I've played with a War DM. Consequences. Consequences everywhere.
That's it. You
And I played a loudmouth.
finish your mission and we'll
Oh
take
yeah. Well, to be fair, you played a loudmouth with a charisma modifier of plus 11, so a little less of a problem.
A charisma modifier with intimidation and persuasion as specialties. As a sorcerer, charisma cast. Yeah, she was a little ridiculous. For the record, my favorites for the times RDM were like, oh, well, you're gonna have to like pass this thing to convince them, and I'm like, I basically have to roll like a 3 or below to fail this.
And then you roll in that one.
Oh, that did happen a couple of times. It's not my fault. My dice were bad, and they have been thoroughly punished. We're going with rainbow eyes right now. With no supernova eyes. What are they specifically looking to do? I think that really depends on specifically what like the character is and what they're trying to accomplish by doing those multi-classes, and also what level the campaign starts at. I'm sorry, I'm gonna ask a million questions. It's the only way I know how to do any help. Stab to death. Alright. They're suplexing each other in the other room. Brothers are brothers no matter like what species. He'll be a high elf, and Steve you could be. Who knows? Who knows? I don't remember any of the deities in D&D. I'm gonna be so for real. Actually, no. I'm gonna cop out on that one. I do know them, but only the ones that my DM made up for their universe, and not the actual
Because that's
ones.
the pantheon we were playing with.
Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3 is so fun, though. I mean, if they understand the limitations that causes in engaging in gameplay, I mean, if they're willing to take that L to play an interesting character, I would just make sure that they're aware of that when they're making their character and that it's going to limit their ability to do stuff, potentially. And if they're chill with that, like, I've played some characters that had some nonsense that turned out pretty good, so you never know. And 4U is relevant? Yeah, I've only played 5E. Oh, you got salad hummus. Yes, that sounds delicious. Oh, I should make hummus. I have cans of garbanzo beans and I need to make hummus. Yes, toast. Burning through sick lullabies, choking on their alibis, but it's just the price they pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes. Time, Mr. Brightside. Thanks. I mean, I'll take the Nezza Prime systems. Do I have Nezza Prime? I have no idea, but I don't have the systems, so at bare minimum, I'm building up the one I have to be able to, like, actually do things. Just a reminder to anybody who wants to squad up and do relics or also do some rank up with their, like, just working on mastery and stuff like that. Please feel free to squad up, or you don't have to have specific relics. You can piggyback off of mine. I don't give a crap.
Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
No, totally. Because sometimes taking that L of, like, a little bit less skill in the beginning and being able to have, like, a little bit more fun of a character, that's genuinely can be really worth it. So I think it's just more of a making sure that they're aware of what that's gonna do. Because that's what my DM would do. And then kind of work with us to see if we could make something that would be a little bit more compatible.
Oh, it's angst.
Stab them.
Well done, Tenno.
Look how fast that relic gets cracked. Also, Spartan, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it.
Oh crap, which one is 408?
Well, thank you so much for the follow, and I hope you have a good night resting and get good rest.
Oh, I don't remember which Spartan D408 is.
I don't remember off the top of my head either.
Or maybe that's an OC. I don't know. That just rings a bell from me reading the Halo books all those years ago. I say the Halo books. There's a million Halo books, but the Fall of Reach and For Flood.
Oh my god, no. I'm actually okay. Can I actually talk? I have a weird fandom I've been getting into recently. Is the fucking Jurassic Park lore? Because I thought it was like, okay, I've watched all of the movies, and I was kind of like, okay, yeah, this makes sense. And then I found out there's a whole lot more, and it's deeper. And there's a girl on TikTok that has really pretty pink hair who explains it to me in a way that my brain likes. So I've been watching all of her videos. And now I'm watching the animated show on Netflix. Because apparently it's really good. And so far it's great, except for the fact that the fucking kid characters in it are like the most entitled little shits and have not followed instructions fucking once.
and therefore they're in trouble.
No, they just keep doing stupid kid
That's
shit.
what I mean, like, the whole plot is an idiot plot, I'm assuming.
Not entirely, but initially, apparently what I've heard is the first couple of episodes are really boring and not that great, and you just have to suffer through it and then they get better. So, I'm just gonna go with suffer through it and see if it gets better. Both. I want to also get some of both, but I also, because the new movie that's coming out is looks really cool. The one that's coming out this summer, it's going and exploring Site C, which is like where nobody, that's where the fucking scary shit is, and there's like the D-Rex and all of that, and it looks really fucking cool. And I've watched all the other movies. I need to rewatch Jurassic World and Jurassic, is it World Dominion? No. That's a Transformers movie, isn't it? I don't know anymore.
Too many colonized subtitles.
And explode.
Dominion, yeah, okay, so you were right.
Great, that's the fourth one. Part-time loser, welcome in. Thank you for redeeming your daily flower. How are you doing? But it's got, honestly, it's the lineup of actors. It has the guy who played Anthony in Bridgerton
Oh, that dude, okay.
in it, and it's also got Scarlett Johansson. And those are like the two. There's another one that I can't remember his name, but those are two of the main leads for the movie, and I love both of those actors. And they've looked really great in all of the trailers I've seen so far, so I would like to watch it. Next one starts a new trilogy. Oh, that's fun! Hopefully we get more. I actually have really enjoyed all of the Jurassic Park movies. I've seen all of them, and they're really good.
You and I watched the first one, I think? Is it just the first one, or was it the first two?
We watched the first couple. I don't think I watched the third one with you.
'Cause I'd never seen it before that.
And have you watched the original Jurassic Park trilogy?
I think I've seen the first one.
Okay, then I'm gonna have to force you to watch that, because there's two others and they're really good.
Oh, no, I thought we watched the original Jurassic Park trilogy together.
I know for a fact that I have not seen the second or third of the trilogy with you.
Okay.
Because you would know if you'd seen them. Axel Little, welcome in. Thank you for giving it your daily flower. I do want to read the books, but in general, I'm a visual media person at the moment, and I would probably have to go with audiobooks, and I just don't have the capacity for that at the moment. There's so many. Ow! Okay, sorry, my hand started hurting. I'm trying to get my knuckle to go back in place. Nope, never mind. Ooh, I don't have a Strun Prime barrel. I'll take it. Mine. That would be really cool. Alright. I need reactant. I need my reactant. Alright, we do have one spot open if anybody wants to join up with us. Exclamation point join and then your username. Just type that. Go ahead and type that in the Twitch chat. And you can go ahead and squad up with us and run some relics. I'm gonna be starting to Radiant mine because I needed, not Radiant, but like rank them up because I wasn't before. Only because... Right, did I end up ranking everything I had up? Yes, everything is max rank, so we can go ahead and swap it. We're gonna go ahead and put auto mods, actions, auto install. Boop. And I always make sure it matches. Copy Warframe colors. Does it have a skin? Let's do that for shits and giggles. I never use that one. And then swap. Do I have any secondaries that need to be ranked? Do I not have the Lex Prime Master? Guess we're gonna do that because I didn't have that mastery, which for some reason I thought I did.
Ordis wonders.
No, that's right. I have to rank it and then I can make the Aklex.
Ordis supposes everyone
Prime.
has to be somewhere.
Appearance,
Obviously, Warframe colors. I have a bunch of really cool pistol skins. I'm sorry, but this is one of my favorites. I just love the idea of just Citrine running around with a revolver. I fired a revolver recently for the first time, and I gotta say, it was neat. Definitely, I fired it before, like, I put my earring protection on because I've been firing, like, my rifle before that, and oh boy, that was a bad idea. My ears started ringing, and I was like, oh, I have fucked up. I have done the fucko-wucko. And I was like, Dad, can you grab me my ear protection? And he did, so it was fine, and I'm fine now, but if you're going to use firearms, wear hearing protection. Closest now is D448. Dawn from 8 below ODST. You in the Covenant War? Yes. Yes, yes.
Okay, so that answers my question. Thank you.
Alright, new equipment. Still got spots available. Om nom nom. We're getting there. I think I could hit MR25 today. I'm feeling ballsy. There is a Oregon Defense, and there's also... Let's do Oregon Defense for shits and giggles. Last call if anybody would like to come with exclamation point join and then your in-game username to squad up. Give it like just a minute for that to go through because I don't know if it's like lagging. Phil is activated.
No.
Arrested, illegal, straight to jail.
Alright, is this still Steel Path?
Oh, Jace. It is still Steel Path, and then Jace needs an invite.
I see it.
Um,
I just need to, I'm gonna
Okay.
change my build to a lower effort one.
who wants to hear about how I had to like nearly basically like just have a whole thing with my cardiologist to get on my beta blocker from for the record, Ethan asked this fucking doctor point blank, well, what's the diagnostic criteria for pods? And his response was a tilt table test, which is not the answer to that question. And then said, well, you can't diagnose it without a tilt table test. And it's like, that's not true, but okay, my dude. I'm not gonna argue with someone who thinks they're right. There we go. Also, Dizifer, welcome in. Thank you so much for redeeming your daily flower. How are you doing? Doing? Jeez, I don't know how to word, apparently. I'm not looking for anything specific. What did I pick for the relic that I did? No, I didn't pick anything. I'm just having a smooth moment there for a second. I know all of the things. That brain is definitely working in there. Do you know you talk in your sleep? Tell me those Penelope, she's my wife. Anyways, I've got all you could want here, all you could need here. Down here in paradise. Yeah, no, we get to the thing, and the last appointment, he spent most of the appointment trying to convince me that my Adderall was the reason that I was having my heart issues, and that there was basically no reason to, that was preventing me from going on a beta blocker, and that there was no reason basically to do the tests, and was like, well, okay, we'll do them anyways. Do the tests. Lo and behold, it's an issue. And then tries to go, because I'm plus size, and tries to go, well, you did less than half of the exercise that you were meant to for someone your age. And I'm like, yeah, I went for 4.5 minutes on the treadmill, and my heart rate hit 182. And I started getting dizzy and hot and flush. And that's when they told me to tell them if it was happening so I could stop the treadmill. Yeah, no, and then, you know, we finally, after I basically, and I was like, my muscles weren't hurting, I could have physically kept walking, my body wasn't having an issue with the physical activity, it was like, my heart rate was just really high, and it was making it, you know, making me exercise intolerant.
Do you have a matching relic?
Then he kind of looked at my chart, and I've lost weight since my last appointment as well, and not an insignificant amount. And so it was kind of like, oh, well. And then he finally, with no mention of my Adderall, no mention of that at all, that might be a problem, after making such a big deal about it my first appointment, and then just puts me on the beta blocker like it's no big deal. And then just like, alright, bye.
The enemies are dropping reactants.
Send me a message in my chart.
Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic.
Like, I don't know what the hell that was. Just kind of wigs me out. Makes me kind of uncomfortable, if that makes sense. Like, you made a big deal about this medication, trying to basically convince me not to pursue this, and then once I proved it was actually a problem, via the tests you didn't really want to run, that my PCP recommended, now you're gonna put me on it with no mention of the other med. Like, is it or isn't it a problem? Because if it is, then why aren't you bringing it up? And if it isn't, then why did you bring it up, you know? Chevy, I see your luck of the die. Let me get that for you. Also, Chevy, thank you so much for redeeming your daily flower. I was just yapping, but thank you for being here. Chevy, RNG's... Which dice did I pick up? I didn't even look. Okay, never mind. RNG just left you with a 13. I put it down the thing, and I didn't even look at which dice it was first, and so when I looked back, I was like, I don't know which one of these I just rolled. Oop. Herbs. And
No shield for you.
oh.
Wow, that's a lot of art on crystals.
I have a drop rate chance booster on, so I think.
That'll do it.
I can't check right now, but... I like the defense missions for when we're doing relics, and also I'm trying to rank up because it forces us to stay in like one general location.
Yeah, we're always within affinity range.
Alright, I'm gonna overguard everybody. Overguard for days, bitches. Also, chat, I have to show off. Guess who may or may not... I've been a little weirdo. Oh, my camera broke. No wonder. Hold on. I love when things break. Oh!
Since when did the camera that far up?
Oh, I moved it just now. There it goes. Because I was showing chat. I was showing them my new craft desk in the corner.
The Lowe's box.
In the Lowe's box. With my craft desk. Where did I put it? I'm putting the cat cam back. I wanted to show off my craft desk because I'm excited about it. Yeah, I've got it.
Bye bye angst. Fake Valkyrie.
But I have crafts now. Do you know you talk in your sleep? Tell me though, who's Penelope? She's my wife. Anyways, I got all you can want here, all you could need here. Just you and me round here in paradise. Us till the end of time.
Do you choose to leave now?
I don't know all the lyrics to that song. I mostly know Athena's parts.
Welcome back.
Ba-da-ba-da. Oh, I don't know what I want.
I need the Forma.
I'll take the Cronin. Let's go! Next one. Next round. So this would apply for other things. It's flat out dropping. Ill advise. Yeah. That was fucking close. That was my bad. I nearly missed that.
Will appear soon.
The other thing I'd highly recommend making sure is just present your player with options. Let them do what they're gonna want to do, but I would definitely just kind of be like, hey, I have these other options that might work a little bit better because these are the disadvantages of what you're doing and how they might work out in kind of the campaign without revealing too much. If you're worried about it with the direction you're going, if you want to keep like the plot secret and things like that, I totally get that. Ba-da-ba-da. Okay. I was kind of yapping. Delahan, I need your opinion.
I apologize, I've not been much help with the yapping. I have been buried in applications.
You're fine.
I am out now.
Shebby, you lost your streak. I'm so sorry.
No.
Well, welcome back. Thank you for, I know it's like a way over that, but thank you for a 3-stream watch streak. Okay, I need to know if I don't know if anybody said anything, but I need to know if I should say something about the thing my cardiologist did, which was basically my first appointment. Kind of like being like, oh my god, your beta blocker, you can't go on a beta blocker because you're on Adderall, and that's the reason you can't do this. And then the next appointment, after basically being proven that there's no other reason this could be happening other than dysautonomia, finally puts me on a beta blocker with zero mention of my Adderall about it being an issue at all. Also a doctor who's very much like, there's no point in diagnosing POTS because there's nothing you can really do to treat it.
The doctor's general opinion is there's no point in diagnosing you with something that's untreatable.
which irritated the shit out of me because like Can I ask a question, Puddle? What to you would feel like being heard?
Sorry, my brain is like, stream is really quiet today. Like, there's not a lot of audio. No shit, you're not wearing your headset. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, basically. After I did an EKG stress test, a heart ultrasound during that as well, and then I also did a week-long monitor. And like came into it was like, oh yeah, those were like all times you just like were winded from working out. Basically, tried to basically insinuate. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was.
No, he was like, those are all times, you know, that you're tachycardic, but like your exercise tolerance is super low. And it's like, yes, that's the whole point.
That's the problem. Like I'm like my muscles aren't tired, my body's not hurting. The exercise, like I could have physically kept going, but I felt like I was gonna fucking pass out, dude. And then when I finally get to the end of the appointment, he's like, I'm like, okay, you don't want to put POTS down. Could you at least write that it's tachycardia caused by dysautonomia or dysautonomia as a diagnosis in my chart? No, and I checked, I did a bunch of research, and that was actually my issue, because the first appointment, he was like, you can't go on a beta blocker with Adderall, and then I searched it up.
And then put in your record, patient doesn't want to go off their Adderall.
No. Patient doesn't want to go on a beta blocker.
Oh, that's right.
That was my issue, because they wrote that I didn't want to go on a beta blocker, which is not what I said.
Because you're on Adderall.
Because I told them that my Adderall was a necessary medication, and that I don't do well off of it, so I have to be on it.
Failing to mention the reason you didn't want to go off your Adderall is because, you know, it's kind of essential to making you functional a lot of the time.
Yeah, it just, he wrote in his notes very much that was like a way where he was kind of like dismissive of my Adderall, and it was not a good.
Yeah, essentially after about $2,000 worth of tests.
And then was literally like, I was like, well, can you look at my EKG stress test? And literally this appointment, I need you to know, my appointment for my stress test was at 2 o'clock. This appointment was at 4. They were right after one another because, so he could go over my results. He was like, oh yeah, you did that. And like, I'd fucking forgotten. It just total lack of care. Oh, slay.
I'll take a Tatsu handle. I don't have the Tatsu, so...
Yeah, and I'm just a little frustrated because... And then when Ethan asked him, like, oh, you know, what's the diagnostic criteria for POTS? And he goes, you can only diagnose POTS with a tilt table test. Where go?
The cryopod's really low in health. If we continue, we risk failing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
The importance of clarity and purpose.
Just really weird. I'm not worried about my medication interaction. I'm more upset by the fact that like it was a big deal the first appointment, and then he put me on the med with no mention of it. I'm cool if we do the same one again. Look, argon crystals, I need them to build stuff all the freaking time right now, so like I'm not gonna say no to more argon crystals. I can pull my files up on my phone.
Operator, Audit has been interfacing with the Foundry's AI presets. You could say we forged a new connection.
Yeah.
Hey, rank 30 on Nightwave.
Hell yeah! I am not even close to the rank 30, I don't think. Yeah, I'm at 16. I also not really been... Ooh, Ribbon Transmuter. Shiny. Shiny pretty.
Okay, patients can add a written addendum or statement clarifying or correcting any perceived errors or incompleteness. I read that as any perceived errors or incompetence.
Ethan, did you actually click the void relic? Because I just agreed to the mission and it didn't prompt me to pick a relic.
I hit repeat mission. I think that one expired.
Okay, I was just checking.
Yeah, that one expired. Oh, no it didn't. What the hell? Alright, I guess the repeat mission just didn't work. There we go.
Yeah, I'm not going to be going back to this cardiologist. No, seriously, because I came in as, and I want to say this, I don't normally talk about my weight, but from my I was about 260 at my last appointment, and I came into this appointment at 235. And these are about a month and a half, a little bit less apart. So, like, all of the things that he was concerned about, I ticked off all of it, and I was like, can you please... He literally thought the only way to diagnose POTS, though, was with frickin' a tilt table test, which isn't true, but, like, whatever, dude. I'm not gonna argue with somebody who does, like, it clearly is not up to date on modern, information. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be wrong, you can be wrong in your corner. I'm not gonna argue with you. It just irritates me, because, like... Sorry, I don't mean to be, like, annoyed. That doctor kind of just pissed me off. Trying to find something cute. I don't have a lot of this stuff in this. Let's do that. I know, that's quite a bit of and for the record, I also wasn't intentionally trying to lose. Like, I didn't even realize I'd done that. And so, like... School, that's awesome, Chevy! Congratulations! Doesn't fit the book.
Tenno, your numbers have increased significantly. Reinforcements have arrived.
More people! Auntie Ton! Is it Ton or Tan? Let me know which one is pronounced correctly, but welcome in! Welcome in. Oh my gosh!
I tabbed away for 5 seconds.
My mod is just not on it. Just on it. Cutie Shark Cat, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub! Also, Cursed Destiny, thank you so much for the follow. I'm sorry I missed that. But welcome in, Raiders! Tan like the color? Awesome. I make sure. Oh, there you go. There we go. Chat just stealing my hair as soon as new people come in, of course.
Yeah, that's just traditional.
But welcome in, Raiders. For those of you that don't know me, hi. My name is Celeste or Claire. You can call me either one. I am a Warframe streamer. I occasionally play Pokemon, but it is mostly Chaos Warframe game. I cannot remember anything because my brain cells are floating out in space somewhere. If you find them, please let me know. I would appreciate them back, but it's infinite space. Good luck. Anyways, we're currently working on my MR30 rank up challenge that I'm trying to do before TennoCon. But welcome, welcome! Hello, how was your stream? What were you guys up to? It's tradition at this point that you have to steal my hair. It is. It is. You just have to theft. Nom nom nom. But welcome, how is everybody? Also, if you need to raid and run and do all of your post-stream self-care, please feel free to. No worries at all. I totally get it. Take care of yourself. #1 priority. Kitty Shark Cat. Alright, alright. You guys know the rules. You gotta rate it. For those of you that don't know, you guys have to rate this out of 10. I'm gonna go ahead and do one for you. You have a glyph? I don't have a glyph.
Bully DE about it.
Bully DE. If you guys... I want a glyph at some point, but you guys... I unfortunately would... DE needs to be bullied to give me one, so... I just puppy dog eye. Just... Willing, listen, open-minded. I don't look up doctor reviews, but I really, really should. But, alright, what was I going to do? I was about to say something, and my brain was about to, like... Blah, blah. Yeah, we were talking about my cardiology appointment that I had with my cardiologist. But, alright, wait, hold on. Alright, you guys gotta rate it out of 10. Ready for your ada? Are you guys ready? Rate out of 10. Ada. Alright.
That wasn't bad. Actually, that was pretty good.
Rated out of 10.
I got a 12.
A 12?
A 7. Okay,
I'm winning.
so that's an average of a 9. I think 9 is enough.
I'm winning.
Average of 10.
going. Thank you for the ribbons. Going. Oh my god. No. Hold on. Hold on. Overguard. Overguard. Overguard for days. Boop. And overguard. All of the overguard. Ooh, give me. I am enjoying all of the yummy argon crystals.
What's happening is that somebody redeemed it.
So I think somebody redeemed it. We have a. You can redeem it in my channel points. I'm still thinking. That's gotta be a 10.
Oh, you got the thirst trap rating. Damn. Is it a thirst trap if you're already here? I don't think so.
Is it a thirst trap if you're already trapped? But you have to hydrate. I have to hydrate. You have to hydrate. That's the rules. Or else you're getting thrown into the sun. The ultimate form of dehydration.
I love the fact that every time, because it's the Warframe community, every time somebody raids in and somebody else who raided in earlier is still here, they know each other. Like, that's so convenient.
I know what you mean. I'm always seeing other people. I'm like, oh my god, hi, hello. When I'm in other Warframe streams, it's so fun. Everybody is so fun. Raided in earlier. It was Oopsie Doodle. Making sure I'm getting that username correctly. Yes, Oopsie Doodles. The chicken tenders raided.
Screaming children outside.
Yeah, they're not. They're cats. Toast.
No, there were screaming children too, in addition to the cats.
Oh. Ew. Not like that way, but like we really nearly ran over one of the neighbor kids' bikes the other day, and I had to walk over and be like, "Hey guys, whose bike's in the road over there?" Because it's literally like on the first right turn into the apartment complex, and if somebody didn't see it, it's gonna get run over, like, and murder the bike and probably
Please
a
let
car.
it be that stupid lowered BMW. It would ruin the BMW too.
Oh, ooh,
Ooh, I'll take it.
it's Cernos Prime. Hell yeah. Warframe community's a hive mind. Yes, we all clem.
We all clem.
If I'm gonna question it, no, it's the bike. It's they left a bike in the road, and I was like, guys. I didn't want to be rude, but I was like, you should really move that. And then the kid was like, can you grab it? And I'm like, holding my cane, and I'm like, no.
Continue to defend.
Can you grab it?
No, literally, that was what they asked me, and I'm standing there with my cane, with my bright purple cane, which I know they can see, and I'm like, do I look like I can?
Do I look like I want to, even if I could?
No, if you're old enough to play outside unsupervised, you're old enough to go grab your bicycle that you left in the road, okay? Like, you're 10, not helpless.
There we go.
They were very sweet, and I was just like, just make sure you grab it. You don't want it to get hit by a car. They're cool. There we go. Yeet it at them. I'm not gonna yeet it at them. That would
Pick it up
require
with your-
lifting the bike. I don't want to do that.
Pick it up with your swole cane arm and yeet it at them.
My swole cane arm.
Yeah, you're gonna end up Popeye style at some point. You're gonna have one arm that you use for a cane all the time and the other arm that you don't. I know you switch sides frequently so that it won't happen, but I just think the image is kind of funny.
Good to know. Good to know. But Tan, thank you so much for the raid. Have a wonderful post-stream self-care sesh. Have all of the rest. I hope you have a great and wonderful rest of your day. And thank you so much for bringing your community over. I really appreciate it. You need an adult. You are an adult. Exactly. Okay, guys, I also booked a flight over the weekend. Guess who's going to be having 2 8-hour layovers in Vegas?
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas unless you text your husband about it.
I'm gonna tell you all about the whole time. You think I'm not gonna be talking to you the entire time I'm alone in Nevada? Like, I'm determined to go and actually, like, do something and have fun during that 8 hours, because I've been researching. But
Gotcha, Dolahan. Beat you to the punch.
So I'm also flying Spirit Airlines, which like
It's fine.
it's fine.
Handle all of your money. What money?
Okay, I treat gambling like adult arcade. I take 20 bucks. I know I'm not going home with it, and I'm just there to click funny buttons and watch it go burr, and get free soda.
Depends on what kind of Vegas you're in, but pricking might be an option too.
I just want to find a dispensary. Although there is a place that's getting opened up in Vegas that's like a consumption bar that's actually meant for like going and like it's got great ventilation so you can like smonk indoors and all that. Okay. All right, I have a question for my 420 peeps. Roll call. All right, I see the luck of the die. Let me roll that for you. Arceus does not love you barely, just barely, with a 9. I am looking at getting a better E-rig because the one I currently have sucks. And I was looking at the Puffcos. Are they as worth it as they say? Because the Puffco peak looks pretty neat, and I thought it looks like honestly my perfect item, and I'm unsure. I mean,
You can bring the high girl.
do not the smoke, understandable. I do the vape, and I'm moving back to California, and they've had a bunch of issues with pesticides, and my dad grows his own, so Girly Pop will just be doing things from home. So I was wondering if investing in a piece like that would actually work. Because all the brands that I thought were Scooty Puff Jr. I don't know what that is. Coach? The war criminal. Bruh! Oh! Thank you. True Violet Dust, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sakura Squad. How are you doing?
Whew, we are up to 27 degrees in here.
I'm not feeling it, but okay.
I was feeling it before we started, so
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle
I'm just saunaing right now. This is my alternative to going to the gym because I don't have time today.
All right. Well, good night, Chevy. Thank you so much for hanging out. I don't know what the ... is, but welcome. Oh, I'll take the Saren Prime Systems.
The asterisks usually mean somebody accidentally put a period into a sentence, and then Twitch just flipped out because it thought that it was a wink.
So your splurge on the Scooty Puff here. I will take a look. I was looking at the Puffco Peak just because it's smaller and like would fit in my hands better. Because I get hand cramps. I'm actually just gonna be froze over real. That's the main issue.
27, yes, 27 Celsius. Although to be fair, I would also be dying a little bit at 27 Fahrenheit. But we do not have magical endothermic computers that lower the temperature in the room.
I'm also happy and excited to exclaim that we also have moved on from trying to build a house on my parents' property to we have found our own property that we're in the process of getting.
And we're trying to build a house on that instead, which is not any easier, but it does mean that I don't have to live on the same property as my in-laws, which is a bonus.
And it's nice, and it's very private, and the property is very nice, and is owned by a family friend. So, I'm stoked.
Still nepotism, just not quite as much.
It's literally like literally not even 5 minutes from my parents' house too, and his parents' house.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission, and we'll take a look inside.
You stinky fart boy, because he farted. But yeah, my cardiologist. I was trying to find the cardiologist's notes because I was gonna legitimately just read them to you guys.
Might want to rescue the crowd.
Oh, hey, there we go. My witch showed up.
There we go. Little bit less dying. Boom. Yeah. Go with the castle? No, we're not making a castle.
Yeah. No.
I don't need a castle.
We are going with as self-sufficient as we can, though.
Yeah, my mom was talking about PG&E earlier, and I was like, Mom, we're doing solar.
We still have to have a connection to the grid.
We'll see.
Unless you think we have the budget for a 14 kilowatt solar array, which, spoiler alert, we don't. You want, let me put it this way, if you want a dryer that makes the clothes warm when they come out, no solar. Or not, rather not entirely solar. Battery is what I was gonna go with.
Yeah, this is literally word for word what this fucking doctor said. Probably autonomic dysfunction, but based on limited vitals in the office, does not really meet criteria for postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Says she's non-functional without her Adderall. That certainly is making the situation worse. She is not interested in taking a beta blocker, which is not what I said in the office. He said, well, the solution would go on a beta blocker, but that conflicts with your Adderall. And I said, I can't go off my Adderall. Oh, no. This area only has septic. It's rural.
Yeah, there's no city services.
There is, yeah, no.
There's no city water in
There's, yeah, it's on a well as well.
Why no septic?
Because a lot of people find it very frustrating.
As long as you have a leach field. If you just have a septic tank, yeah, that's frustrating because you have to have it emptied periodically. But if you've got a leach field, it's not a problem. My parents have had a septic tank and leach field for 35 years, and they've only ever had to have it cleaned out once.
Plan for internet? Point-to-point wireless.
Yeah, there's no fiber or DSL or VDSL. So, or coax for that matter.
But my dad works for the main internet provider in the area as one of their head civil engineers, so I'm not worried.
We're just gonna basically piggyback off that.
We're doing one of the steel-framed buildings just because they're cheaper and very sturdy. Conflicts with my medication. It's like, okay, great. And then goes on to, she was told that she was sent here for a stress echocardiogram and cam monitor. We'll go ahead and do that, but do not think we are going to have much to offer her other than maintaining hydration with electrolytes and postural training. And that very much was basically the sentiment he had in the office as well. Was basically like, well, there's not really anything we can do. And I'm like, you know, there's like several different types of POTS, right? And which one you have determines the best course of treatment for it, right?
Probably not.
Just notice the cat cam? Here you go. I know you guys actually don't care about my gameplay. You just... Tal, I see your luck of the die. Let me get that for you in just a second. Just overguarding everyone. I'm gonna hit that one. RNG just lets you not barely with a 9. I'm so sorry.
Second 9 in a row. Ouch.
The babies. Yeah, no, it's a massive pain with my... I just don't understand. I didn't understand, like, the way he was like, ugh. Yeah. 23-year-old female with a history of ADD, been on stimulant medication for a year, non-functional without them. Hypermobility syndrome.
Oh, hi, Misery.
Yeah, I'm able to do sprints to the grocery store, but not prolonged activities of walking. Uh-huh. And I also have to use a mobility aid. I also just hate that medical professionals... Also, hi, yeah, I'm back to... I'm doing 2 days a week of streaming, and then I'm active in Discord. Girly Pop is really tired and we're moving, and a whole bunch of shit's happening. For
Well,
sure,
we're not
cat
actively
videos.
moving yet, but soon. boxes have been obtained. They just haven't been filled yet.
Like, no, it was just a little ridiculous. I mean, I've been put on the beta blocker, which was the solution to the problem, but I did have to go and do a shit ton of tests.
They fought well. Good deaths all.
Honestly, and I think I'm going to get one. Now, granted, my PCP was like, I just need you to do these tests with the cardiologist, and then we can kind of go through them. So... I know, they use it because I don't appear hyperactive enough, even though I say I have ADHD. Yeah, it was really odd, and he also is one of those doctors that doesn't knock on the door when he comes in the room, he just opens it. No, he's this guy. This guy was actually quite old and actually was kind of ageist, if I'm gonna be honest.
I was gonna say, yeah, anybody who puts ADD as the diagnosis in the chart, when that has never been said, it was always called ADHD, that's usually an indicator that they have outdated medical knowledge and haven't bothered to update it.
I've been thinking, operator. I thought you wanted.
Yeah, no. So I won't be going back to him. Luckily, everybody else there was really nice. And I got, like, appropriate testing. He wasn't there for any... He was just there to interpret results, basically. So, luckily, that's not a big deal. Exactly. That's why it's all one now, and it's just kind of classed into hyperactive or inattentive. No, and then they tried to blame my weight and a whole bunch of stuff, and it was like... No, my chart doesn't say ADD. My chart says ADHD on it. It depends on when you were diagnosed, but currently under the current DSM-5, ADD is no longer a diagnosis. They're all just wrapped up into one. Okay. Yeah, literally, I'm just reading the other note from the second one because he finally updated it. Yeah. They're very common to be comorbid, so there's a very good likelihood that you have both. Is ADD now classified as inattentive ADHD? Yes. So that's generally what it would be considered nowadays. So all is one big thing now. Also, Trivella does. Did I say thank you for the follow? I think I did. I'm sure I did. We're gonna go back in a second. Ethan's just returning. Oh, there goes my shoulder. It popped back in place finally. No, and also the reason he couldn't say shit is I'd lost 25 like pounds since my last appointment, which was about like a month and a week. All right, we are rotating. All right, so Swagger and Jace, thank you guys both so much for running with me. Please feel free to rejoin the queue, but we have Lone Gunner up next. And then as a reminder, ! join, and then your in-game username if you would like to join the queue and squad up to run some relics. Am I max ranked? Okay, I'm max ranked on everything here, so while you're doing that, let me go ahead and switch out what I've got. Swippity swap. Do I have any? No.
I'm gonna play my other zero effort frame.
You play zero effort? None.
I was doing other stuff, so I played zero effort.
Alright, we're back to melee leveling hell.
Fun, fun, fun.
Ah. It's fine. Everything is fine.
As ready as you will ever be.
Actions, auto install. back, and then we're gonna go ahead and make it match. Ooh, skins? Okay, those are boring. The original skin is so much more fun. Both have, yeah. Yeah, my dad and I have had the "it had to have come from somewhere" conversation. And he's like, I don't like what this is looking like, a mirror. And I'm like, tough. Yeah, it stopped being used as widely because the DSM-5 changed at some point that it basically was like, where this isn't really a thing. You don't have any forma? Jace, can you go ahead and join the queue for me?
Oh, I didn't realize you kicked them out. Sorry.
No, you're good. We rotated. I have no problems. I just need everybody who's in the squad to be in the queue as well for my brain organization, or else I forget. Yeah. No, that's me. I don't care. I also basically have no forma. I have 4. I have 4, and I've been trying to build up a stockpile. Luckily, like, no forma. Sag. Phantasm barrel. We're gonna do this one. Yeah.
I love how Swagger put that. Steel Path scared me on the Revenant and Meatball.
Meatball. Ooh, there we go. My neck cracked. Well, also, Kraken King Cole and Pizza Carl, thank you guys both so much for the follows. Welcome to the Sakura Squad. I really much appreciate it. How are you doing? Hope you're enjoying. I have my... Can we tell the Scatterbrain is scatterbraining? Just hoarding it? I mean, there's worse things that you could hoard, like a little dragon, you know? I love when my face tracking just breaks.
Your weapons make music, and the enemy calls for a song.
Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic?
I thought you were in the elevator.
Yeah, it can be really rough on care providers, but like, it's a whole thing.
You found a fissure. Look out for reactant.
I also, okay, the other frustrating thing is they're like, oh, when we were starting the stress test, they're like, okay, we want to make sure you're in no pain. Can you let me know your current pain level? And so I respond honestly to that question because I have chronic pain, and I'm like, I'm probably at like a 3 today.
You need more to open that relic.
And they're like, oh, well, should we reschedule? We only want to do it, you know, like, we want to make sure you're in no pain. I'm like, there isn't going to be a day where the answer isn't 3.
It ain't gonna happen early.
Like, that's not being like pessimistic. That's just the reality of existing right now. And yeah, that was, and they were just like, are you sure? And I was like, yes, I just have chronic pain. Like, I have hypermobile joint syndrome. The only reason I'm not diagnosed with HEDS is because my PCP isn't technically allowed to do that, which I think is really stupid because I kind of feel like, what the fuck is the point of a PCP? They really just feel like a manager for sending me to all the other doctors.
Yeah. Kinda do.
And then the fucking specialist appointments, because they're all not my PCP, which seems to have had every single piece of power they had stripped away of being a doctor. Then they fucking charge me $90 an appointment. chronic pain, you should check on that because the normal amount of day-to-day pain for a human being is 0.
Obviously, everybody has aches and pains, but if you're consistently in pain from one or more sources, that might be something to look into. Because, like, I always have some level of pain in a day. I hit something on something, I have a muscle that's aching, you know, something like that. But if you catch me on a good day, my ambient level of pain is going to be 0.
Something is always wrong, and I'm just like, and they're like, I'm like, yeah, I've got SI, you know, joint dysfunction, they pop out, they do that, no biggie. And they're like, oh.
That's not good.
That's not good. And I'm like, yeah, I know, hence why I told you. Oh
Yeah,
no, I know, it's the result of the insurance system. Insurance is a scam, and I legitimately, like, no, I actually have to share. I am on a pain medication for my joint pain. I'm on meloxicam, and I take I'm supposed to take 1 to 2 per day as needed for pain.
And for reference, this medication is real mild. It's an NSAID, which is the same class as ibuprofen.
Like,
it's
it
just
is
prescription instead of over the counter.
It's literally just to keep me from basically having to take, like, ibuprofen every 4 hours, basically. It gives, instead of taking, you know, however many ibuprofen that would be, it would be just 2. And my insurance blocked it and said, we're not going to cover this. We'll only cover this if you're prescribed 1 tablet a day. 1 of the pain med, but we won't cover it if you're going to take 2. Because I take it in the morning and in the evening.
Which, like, if that was an opioid, okay, fine, whatever. Like, it's a restricted substance, fair enough. No, it's just an NSAID.
Firebird, I do have ibuprofen. Also, Komala, welcome in. How are you doing?
Yeah, I know, we're all jealous.
Morning.
Trust me, Violet.
Yeah, no, it was ridiculous, and luckily, like, it was $13 without insurance, and we could
Because
just,
Costco.
and it was probably, that's how much it was going to be with insurance, so it just, like, I just said, whatever, I'll pay for it out of pocket.
Because Costco pharmacy is magic.
But I'm just so, it was so annoying that I had to do that, because, like, what do you fucking mean? My doctor can't prescribe me the appropriate amount of medication.
And then there's people from outside the US being like, what do you mean you paid for
Hydration.
medication?
I hydrated, I promise. I have to pop my shoulder back in multiple times a day because it subluxes. Yeah, not fun.
Yeah, that was gonna be my reaction. It's like, good fucking luck. It has not gotten better in like 40 years.
Yeah, no, actively getting worse. Because, seriously, it's fucking ridiculous. The amount of hoops that are needed to be jumped. And then also, it just frustrates me because then I also have to fucking argue with doctors like my cardiologist to just get them to prescribe proper treatments. So questioning what happened to the controller redeem. It has gone away for the time being just because I forgot to put it back up. And also I don't know where the cable is because Ethan stole it and it's been missing ever since.
Fuck you mean I stole it?
As in, yeah, the cable I used for my Xbox controller is not where it should be. And I think you took it because I can't find it anywhere.
I would not have a use for that. I have a feeling that it probably got moved during cable management and one of us probably forgot.
No, it didn't get moved because it would be plugged into the front of my computer. It would, no, there's no reason it would have been plugged into the back at all.
Huh, I'll double check.
Okay, it has a long black USB connector, and it's a longer cable.
The only reason I don't think I stole it is because I have no use for that because it's micro USB.
Yeah, totally, and I get that, but it's not where it should be.
Extraction is ready. Unless
I
you
mean,
can handle
Lone Gunner, I think there are some doctors that maybe have that as their goal, but I don't think it's fair to characterize all doctors. I have some absolutely amazing providers as a part of my care team that really do give a shit about me as a whole person. So I'm not comfortable putting that as like a blanket statement, but there are definitely some who don't really see the point in working through issues, and it's a problem. I don't need, okay, now I'm just gonna take the Garuda Prime Chassis.
I'm gonna take the Okina because I can't remember if I have them or not.
Good point. No, my husband has OCD and I allowed him to do the cable management. I wasn't allowed to touch the cable management.
Yeah, it was my doing.
Isn't that
I
right?
had a lot of fun. It took me 4 hours.
I think you're the only person that would call cable management fun. Sweetness.
Not the only, but one of a small group of people. There's a diagnosis for that. Fuck you mean, nuh-uh.
Not fun, but necessary. Yep, he actually does genuinely enjoy good cable management, so I...
Oh, yes, I do. I have been waiting to re-cable manage my desk for over a year, and I'm holding off on it.
Some might be, but...
Oh,
I mean, in my
that
case...
one I actually will agree with. But yes, there are some genuinely brilliant and dedicated and wonderful healthcare professionals out there. I have met them. I have worked with some of them. They are few and far between, but they are a gem of society, and we want to protect them.
Yes. We love them. Great medical providers are awesome. I'm also just, like, doctors aren't ready to deal with me because I'm not afraid to fucking argue with somebody. I also print out studies and bring them to appointments with highlighted bits. You don't have to argue with me. Argue with your peers. Here's a peer-reviewed study. Here you go. Don't feel bad ignoring the bills they send me. Yep, my ER bill, that's between the hospital and whatever higher power exists. Not me. Boom. I'm really sorry that happened. Pancreatic cancer fucking sucks.
Cancer just sucks in general.
Suddenly don't have a card on file. Well, good luck. It's, yeah, some of this shit's so ridiculous. I really... Proper time. Yeah. No, seriously. I'm not afraid to tell a doctor to get fucked. I'm really not. Like, girly pop, I sit here day to day with chronic pain. I don't care. Luckily, I have a PCP who genuinely gives a fuck. But, like... Yeah, and it's a lot of times, it's a combination of insurance fucking up the medical system, overworked and underpaid medical staff who are functionally abused by the hospitals they work at, and then fucking for-profit everything, making patients unable to receive or get the proper care in time, resulting in worse outcomes when all of those things fucking combine because the hospital wants money and the providers are just so wrung out or don't
also,
care.
An additional factor, doctors who were pushed by societal and familial expectations to go to medical school not because they actually want to be a doctor and to help people, but because it makes lots of money.
Yeah. I do catch your drift, Days, and I'm sorry that happened. I hope you're doing okay. I know it's been a while, but I hope you're okay. And that you were able to process that in the way you wanted to. Yeah, I'm gonna throw my frickin' yeet my cardiologist. I'm hoping to get a provider at UC Davis when I move back to California. And have that be where I get my care, because generally I've heard really good things about UC Davis. Because the other thing is I'm a chronically ill patient, which means a lot of the times they just don't want to deal with me. There's nothing to solve. There's no fix. I just exist like this.
By the way, heads up, I'm gonna skedaddle in about 5-10 minutes at the end of this round. Or not round, but this squad.
I might come with you. We'll see. My brain's starting to get a little foggy. My body is achy. It's finally relaxing because I got my first dose of Meloxicam in me. It's because my size, not from the myriad of recorded issues my family. Yep, I'm a plus size fucking woman and I completely understand that. Like, dude, yeah, Don't, my weight is a symptom, not a source, if that makes sense. No more relaxing, my hair is yours, gone. Om nom nom. Consumed. Yeah, no. Like, the medical field is just entirely fucking screwed right now. It's like, yeah, no, that's not a possibility, dude.
Your ISP still ignoring IPv6? Rude. That's real rude. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back to that again. I'll have to bully somebody about that. The ISP will be on doesn't support IPv6.
I don't even know what that means, so I think I'll be okay.
It doesn't matter for you. Luckily.
No. Good. I know it did. It really sucks because they were really just mistreated and shouldn't have been. I was gonna upgrade my brother.
I know. Your numbers have increased significantly. Reinforcements have arrived.
3! We got 3!
This is starting to become a pattern.
Theta VT, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Not follow. When I told you guys my brain was starting to go out, I meant that. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome. Baby is EB. I am EB. I'm assuming Theta is also EB. But welcome in, Raiders. Hi. For those of you that don't know me, hi. My name is Celeste or Claire. You can call me either one. I don't particularly care. I am a Warframe streamer and a Warframe creator. I do lots of Warframe streams twice a week right now. We're doing Goblin Time. And working on ranking up my mastery. Basically. I don't know. I don't have any brain cells. My brain is very tired. But welcome in. Hi. I hope you had a great stream. What were you guys up to? If you have to go and don't feel bad if you have to raid and run. Get your post-stream self-care in. Take care of yourself. Snacks, hydration, bathroom, all of the things. Someone stole your shout out? Too bad. Gone. Gotta have lightning hands in this stream. To remember raid, there's multiples.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
That's what ends up happening. Usually they're all in a burst, and this time they've been spread out, but like they're always in like one stream for me.
Because one time zone hits like 10 p.m. and everybody starts getting off stream.
You got soup? You got soup? That's bad. That's not good. You should really check that out. Broccoli cheddar for brains is not how that's supposed to work.
But broccoli cheddar is delicious.
Okay, but yeah, but then you're getting into like zombie territory. Brains. It's like 11 p.m. midnight on the East Coast. Yeah, because I'm a Goblin streamer and stream really late for the East Coast. Which will not be changing when I move because I'm just moving from one West Coast state to another. But what are you guys up to in Warframe? We're just doing, again, I'm working just on my mastery rank. Ooh, EB baby delivered. Here you go. For those of you that don't know or new to my stream, we have sleepy babies. Oh, you want chin? Oh, because I work on the star chart, working on your MR. Hell yeah! What MR are you currently at? I need to do my SB star chart. 6, hell yeah! So far, have you found any frames? Have you built? Have you found any frames that you like and are working towards building, or built any new ones? Also, Kirito, welcome in. Thank you for redeeming your daily flower. Hello, hello. Yeah, SP star chart. We might do an SP star chart day. I like your really so looking other things of others. Yes, and if you have circuit, I don't know if you can get that early in game.
You can't. You have to have Duviri.
Oh, did they change that?
I think so, because Duviri isn't part of new player experience anymore, but I could be wrong.
Damn it. I was gonna say that's a great tool for new players. Oh my god, my hair is gone. Alexa Camp, thank you so much for redeeming your daily flower. Also, thank you so much for the follow! And Skater, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Also, is it Ryskin, the healer? Heck yeah, thank you for the follow. And Random, thank you for the follow. I'm sorry I missed those. I'm smooth, but hi! Bubby, thank you so much for redeeming your daily flower. Welcome, welcome. Okay, hold on. I know you guys are here. You're here for my excellent Warframe gameplay. 10 out of 10, top tier. Hold on, let me overguard. I have one great cell and it's doing its best. Look, all I've done is I got a bead spinner over the weekend, chat, and I may or may not have gone a little insane. Go for chicken. All right, let me go. All right, you guys, this is for those of you new. We're gonna do an ara, and you guys have to rate it out of 10. You have to let me know how I did. 1 through 10. Why is it not wanting to give me the thingamabob? Okay, there we go. But let's go. All right, rate it out of 10. All right. Rate it out of 10. And party buns. We got rainbow hair.
Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
The party buns break?
Lisa out of 10. That's a new one.
Well done, enlighten me, what's your name?
Ooh, choices. I'll take the Phantasma.
Yeah, I need the Phantasma. 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10. 23 chickens out of 14 fried. Hell yeah. Programmer doing Warframe things. I know, so fancy.
Ad break incoming.
Ad break is incoming in like 5 seconds. I'm so sorry. It's the only one for an entire hour. The only one. Well done, enlighten me, what's your name? You first and maybe I'll do the same. Nice try, two can play this game. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and close queue for the right now, and I'm gonna hop out of squad because I'm gonna go do my yeeting all of my shit into the sun to get points. I don't really have anything for Earth or... No, I need to go to Little Duck because I need to throw stuff at Little Duck. Ads? What are those? Your roommate's been singing epic songs too? I have Athena stuck in my brain. I'm legit... Okay, I'm gonna be so real. My small town has a theater, like a community theater, and I'm legitimately practicing because if they ever do Epic the Musical, I want to either play Athena
Hail
or I
to
want
the
to play
queen.
Penelope, and so I've been practicing. Torrid's standing.
Run your optics over this.
And then you get want to use redeem. Yes. More standing. Then we're gonna leave Fortuna after that. You were reckless, sentimentally biased. That's not a teaching of mine. You've grown soft, your dead friends can attest. Put your emotions aside. You're a warrior, meant to lead the rest. I don't know where I went wrong, but I warned ya, and you failed the test. So now I'm gone this way. You know what your place is this way. You don't cross the line. Yeet. Yes, those were horns. I do have horns on my Drifter's head. I'm a little nasally right now because I'm congested. Please ignore that. Yeah, it's one of the like the headpieces. And then I kind of just like snuck it under their hair. Also, Reese Card, thank you so much for the follow. Toast is being a little shit again. Why would I be surprised? Selfish and prideful in vain. Unlike you, every time someone dies, I'm left to deal with the pain. What's a title that a goddess could lend? If I'll never sleep at night, I'll remind you I saw you as a friend. So now I'm gone. Ooh, that's too many. Let's do 10 of those. And then...
Okay, farewell, chat.
All right, Ethan's disappearing into the ether. Yeeting him out of the airlock. Bye, Michael.
Goodbye.
Yeet. Baby has no brain cells. No brain cells. Badoop. Luathorax plasm.
My patience is almost endless. Yes. Goodbye for now.
Roll for initiative. I got an 11. Also, Ethan, I have to inform you, I think I moved on from chickens.
No. Don't say geese.
No.
Okay.
Ducks.
But they're gross.
But
Okay, chickens are gross too.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna say that. Second, there are many of reasons. Duck eggs have far better complete nutrients in them compared to chicken eggs. If we want chicken eggs, my parents literally have an overstock of them 2 minutes from where we would be. They have thicker shells and membranes, which means they stay fresher longer. And ducks create absolutely incredible, even better than chickens, compost. And they eat all of the same way. You can still give them all your veggie scraps like you can chickens. So Cracks, what's your bad? Why are you in, what do you mean you're in enemy territory? I like chickens, but we're just... You didn't know you're in enemy territory? Why was that enemy territory? I just like ducks. They're really cute. I think they're cuter than chickens, and they're generally actually friendly in comparison to chickens. Chickens are tiny dinosaurs. Chickens are tiny dinosaurs that don't know they're not dinosaurs anymore. Okay? Think about it. If a chicken was the size of a horse, we'd all be fucking screwed. Velociraptor Part 2, motherfucker. Like, that bitch would be all over our shit. Chicken eggs. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but also I'm looking at keeping ducks or chickens, and I would rather keep ducks than chickens. But we'd have awesomely huge omelets. Oh my god. I love ducks. And also, because I've had chickens my whole life. I've had chickens since I was a little kid. Let me watch ads again. Ah! I'm so sorry, Polka Dotties, that Firefox is being rude to you. Mr. Cracks, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. All right, what we're doing? We're going to be doing something else. We're going to go... That's right. We're trading all of my shit for standing. Commercial standpoint. That's fair. We're going to be mostly doing like a little small homesteading kind of thing because I very much love like gardening and all of that fun shit. I'm a little nervous because I'm moving back to my Yee hometown, and I'm gonna have to dye my hair again.
The Cavia are wary of our visit. The debris of monstrousness.
Exchange Boca for Cavia standing. How about this? How about you have 18 of those, and I give you... Cancel. Any of these? Alright, we're gonna give you 10 of those. And then you can have... There we go. Perfection.
Research keeps the Cavia
Playing Frost right now. Ooh, giving
busy.
Bowman a break.
Keeps them off my back.
Both are good. I've had duck eggs before. They are thick and tasteless. That's fine. Duck eggs have a higher fat and protein content than chicken eggs do. And I'm somebody who I struggle on a regular basis. They also, because of that higher fat content, do a lot better than, say, like chicken egg would. They do a lot better in baking, and it makes a fluffier, better baked product, which I do a ton of baking, so... Yeah, we're luckily, my partner and I are looking at, family friend has some property for sale, very luckily, and we very fortunately have some family that is helping us pay for said property to be able to put a building on it. So, I'm building a house. I don't know how to do that, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. I could corporalize a human-esque looking body. I'm sure we can figure out a house. Do I need to talk to you? Cavia standing. Am I just maxed up and I'm just, yeah. Alright, nope, that's not what I'm trying to do.
Yes, go good. Farewell.
Move to Seattle. I mean, it's a great little space. I will say that. I live in the SeaTac area right now, and I really like it here. I'm actually very sad that we're moving back to California. I'm happy for the opportunities it's giving us, but I have really found a place that's home, and I'm a little sad to leave it. Actually, a lot sad. Lots of things about this area that just are the best for me. And then we need to go talk to grandmother. Exchange family tokens. And that's right, I am out of exchange. I think, yeah, we're mostly out of tokens. So that's right, I need to do some more stuff on Deimos, but I don't really want to do anything on Deimos right this second. Swagger is dead. Rip. Things we do for capitalism, literally. Literally, like, I also just trying to build a house. So my parents own a 5-acre property, and so what they did... Is this dog, why did you die? That's the joke. They have a 5-acre property. They have a spot that would be perfect to build a house. Oh. Corporate chicken's dead. Ripperoni. Just everybody's just going out in my chat. But like, okay, they own the property. I literally without basically spending a gazillion dollars, there's no way to build on my parents' property. And the solution to, because it's not even like it's a big loan. Like, we're literally trying to get the loan to build the house. It's literally gonna be like $180,000 to build it. Dude. It's not even a very large amount. It's just... You should be going to sleep. Sleep is good for you. I promise. It won't hurt you. It doesn't bite. That's not what I was... What the frick? There we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and see what I need to build, because... Few offerings. I'm gonna be bad, and I'm going to get the boss of 4. Because I want it. Oh, and I don't have enough to get it with that because it's 30. Never mind, I'm not gonna look at that one. And then let's figure out what I need to build. Sleep is good for you. Don't go comatose though, that's probably not a good idea. Yes, alright, we can get building on the Phantasma Prime. The Aelac. And then, oh my god, I need Fieldron. That's freaking rude. There's so many things that I'm like missing one. Oh, that's right. No, never mind. Hold on. Extractors. Where the fuck are my extractors? How do I manage those again? Is it? It's up here, right? Resource drones. Alright. There we go. We got my resource drones. I'm in more pain. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling good. You don't want to hurt sleep? Om nom nom. Just, it's not gonna get hurt if you bite it, right? Om nom nom. Right. Gonna go back in here, and then more attempting to build guns I probably don't have the parts to build. I just want to make things. Let me go. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to freaking... I have so many things that I just need mutagen mass, so I guess Girly Pop's gonna have to farm that. How many melee weapons do... am I now suddenly able to make? Yes, I'm sure I want to build that. I apparently don't have the Tatsu Prime. Let's keep going. I need a second gauntlet. That. Oh, okay, I just need a bolt ore, which that shouldn't be too hard. And everything is missing like one thing. I have so much stuff that needs to be built and so little like to build it. All right, I haven't done. Okay, that's still got shit missing. God damn. And then fields are on. Yeah, I just need to do some resource farming extreme, I think, because I just don't have enough stuff. We're gonna go to the dojo real quick, and we are going to honestly mess with some ribbons. Probably has COVID again. I swear she brings it home. Yeah, no, that shit's so annoying when people fucking aren't. Oh yeah, Delahan's not allowed to die. Alright. Arsenal. We're gonna go ahead and hang out as Citrine. Trading Post. Oop. Dump me out of the side. And then we're gonna go ahead and get equipment, mods, and I've been saving up a whole bunch of shit. So let's go for my ribbon mods. Companion ribbon. How many of like the regular ones do I have? I've got rifle ribbons, I have Zaw ribbon, shotgun, pistol, and then like a whole bunch of melee ribbons. I'm gonna go ahead and open up one of my pistol ribbons. Yeah. Where did it go? I love when it just... Bruh. Where... Sort by rarity. No. Reset. There, let's see what I got. Bolto. That's kind of fun. Electricity, punch through, damage to Cranier. Minus 233 damage. What? Bro. No, thank you. I see your hydrate. I raise you a rockstar energy. Well, Swagger, thank you so much for being here and hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening and you feel better. Pause. I need to list some stuff on Warframe Market. But I honestly, I'm gonna be really honest, I have stuff to do. Hold on. That I have no brain cells to get it done. And my brain is starting to like melt out of my ears a little bit. So give me a second. We're gonna organize my brain and we're gonna figure out what I have to actually get done. That's kind of fun. Good setup shop. Items you're looking to trade. Alright, and then I need to open my Warframe Market. Okay. And then contracts. Alright, cool. I think at some point I should sit down and sell some of my other ribbons, but I don't know which ones I have that are good to sell or not. So let's kind of sit and look through and then see what else I need to put on my let's go yeet it into the sun list. So let's go ahead and hit my equipment and we're gonna go over to my inventory. And we are going to go ahead and start with prime parts. And I'm not gonna go by sell price, I'm gonna go by owned. And I'm actually gonna go by name. Cause like this, I have an Exire Exultra Prime set. If you're looking for a mentor, I'll make sure your time's well spent. So this is like Exultra, Prime set. Like it's not a lot, but most people is like selling for 30. I'm probably just gonna match that. Price per unit, I have one set, and we're gonna go with, let's do 28. Because everybody else is doing 30. Post. Cool. And then I'm just moving on to the next. So I need to build an Orpheus. Blueprint, Astilla Prime. I still have to make the Astilla Prime, so I'm missing one thing. Also, Red Drone, thank you so much for giving me your daily flower and your 3 stream watch streak. Welcome in. How are you doing? Baza, I think again, I still need to build that and rank it. I have mastered the Cedo Prime, so we can go ahead and look at that. I got one of them. And then what other part of the Cedo do I have that I don't need anymore? I have a receiver.
Your numbers have increased significantly. Reinforcements have arrived.
Trigon, welcome in! Welcome in, Raiders! Hi, how's everybody doing? How was your stream? What were you up to? Hello, we're just getting some stuff listed on Warframe Market right now. Girly Pops, just like vibing. But welcome in for those of you that don't know me. Hi, I'm Celeste or Claire. You can call me either one. I'm a Warframe streamer and a Warframe creator. I'm here. I have brain cells and we are here to just chill. That's what we're doing. And I'm just putting some stuff. Your shadow was stolen again? That's rude. Thefted. Those of you that don't know Trigun, you should definitely go check them out. They're another wonderful Warframe VTuber, PNG tuber. Lots of great vibes. Mari went live. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sakura Squad. How are you doing? Alrighty. Okay. Helping Tenno. Gotta get some lunch. Oh, yes. Go get some snacks. Do your post-stream self-care. No worries at all. Thank you so much for bringing your community over. I really appreciate it. Right. What was I? We're on to the next thing. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do... I have mastered the Corinth, so I don't need those two. Corinth Prime Blueprint. Yeah, nobody really has... Yeah, no. I don't really have much else from it. I have most of a Death Cube set. Systems. Epitaph Prime. I don't think I have a full Epitaph set. Oh, yes, I do. I have an Epitaph set. Let's go ahead and list that. I'm sorry if this is boring. Set. I know how to... Oh, that's not how I'm... Epitaph Prime set. There we go. Get her... Fix this damn door. Gotta fix the door. Alright, so we have the blueprint, barrel, and then we have the receivers. That's all that's needed for that. And like a kind of middle of the road price. Looks like it would be like 26. One post. Just trying to get as many things listed before I hit like, sure, we can trade, if you know what I mean. So there's quality content. We're just vibing. Do I have a thing prime set? No, I don't have a second blade for that. Ta-da! I have everything but the Fulman Prime blueprint. Rita, Goss. Most of Goss. And then I have a Glaive Prime blueprint, which I've considered trade. How much is it if I trade it? That's the better question. That's the much better question. Let's look together. Glaive Prime blueprint. 1920, and then which one is the disc? That one. Okay, and I've got 3 of those. Those aren't really all that worth it if I'd look at it right this second. I have some of Grendel Prime's parts. Compton Prime. Do I have a set of that? Nope, so I need a second blade. I don't have blades. I don't have a bunch of the stuff for that. Do I have a Lavos Prime set? Prime chassis blueprint. Have I built Lavos Prime? Doesn't say I've mastered him. I have a bad feeling that I have not built Lavos Prime. Why do I have so many Magnus Prime receivers? Like, we're gonna list them, but why do I have 5 of them? You know what I mean? There's Prime, and then we have receivers, because why do I have 5 of them? Yeah, literally, I don't even care. We're gonna list those for 6. And I have checks notes. Now my brain's not working and I'm not seeing them. There we go. 5 of them. Post. And then we're gonna keep moving. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Mirage. Ooh, is that a set? Yes, I finally have a Mirage Prime set. So let's go ahead and list her. Yeah, and I've built and mastered her. Mirage. Prime set. Because I have everything. That's not bad. Step 1. Posting. I mean, I'm at a point where plat is plat. Nidus, that's why that's different. B, welcome in. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. I haven't made that yet, and I know I need to. Over on... Nope. And it's a lot of stuff where I'm just missing, like, one. I have an Orthos Prime set that we can list. Those Prime set, because I have all of the parts. Yeah, not much, but like, she is what it is. Then I've got one set. Post. You never know. Just putting it up there. I don't have that. I need that for me. I just built the Phantasma. Good. That much, only like 1 to 3k. Hot toast you could have bought with that? Like 2 slices, it's 2025. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was actually really good. That caught me off guard. So Potato, thank you for doing your daily flower. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so I don't really have a lot of sets at the moment. Things I need to build. I have a million Velox Prime for some freaking reason. You can tell when I got certain how much of like I played during certain eras of relics. So I think that's all I'm gonna list for the time being. And then I need to go through my, not my relics, my, what are they called? Ribbons, that's it. At some point. Also, Sunbeam, hi! Welcome, how are you doing? Right, I'm going to go ahead. Slabs. We're gonna go ahead and go to the dry dock real quick. Scrap garbage. Oh, I just have some stuff that I'm repairing. See. It's fun! Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing? Doing. Wear and tear. Give her a little bit more. I actually really like that Railjack skin. But that's still the fun one. No. Savannah is still the name of my Railjack armaments. Do I still have, do I have some of it? I have some intrinsics of it. Oh, but I can't rank anything up. Components. Go ahead and scrap that. We better if antimatter drop was more appreciated. Antimatter is very appreciated in this space. You doing the goods? I am doing the brain cell. And cassette, I believe it might have been. I'm gonna be honest, I'm here for endo right now. So I don't have to remember to rank all of the things. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to my orbiter real quick. Leave the dojo, because I also have a little bit more management to do in my orbiter. Because as usual, They called it mid. Wrong, objectively. Yes, wrong objectively. Okay, I have a question. I have a question for my chatters who are 420 people. Does anybody have a Puffco? I'm just wondering. We're gonna go ahead and go into you. And then swap. Slurpee, hello, welcome over to the Twitch. I appreciate it. Alright, that's right. I need to get Neja ranked up real fast. And then, do I have anybody that I can throw into Carl? Do I have Banshee Prime?
Orders, operator? Is that a pun?
No, we're good.
I will attempt to bypass this fault.
God, Dante, Ember, Equinox. No, we're gonna list them by name. Yes, Toast? He's screaming. He's my screamy baby. The Warframe is going good. Where? Okay, I'm just double checking that I don't have anybody that we can throw into the whatchamacallit. The whatchamacallit. The GG brain. GG. I don't think I have anybody that I can yeet into the sun at this exact moment. Never mind, yes I do. It's Volt. It's Volt, but I don't... I think I need to go through his fashion before I yeet him. Wait. Do I'm convinced I have Warframes ready to build that I've just legitimately not clicked this tab in long enough. Citrine Neuroptics. I need to build Site 09's chassis, Site 09's Neuroptics, and systems, because I need to build a version of them to subsume. Same with Dante at some point. Prime, Garuda, Goss, Grendel, Gyre. Yeah, and at some point need to build Gyre. Haro. Where they be? Lavos Prime, here we go. Alright, I have Argon, so I can make that. And then, nope. Lavos Prime Neuroptics. And then keep moving, rolling. Xavier Prime, which I know I have. Rhino, Saga, Tanya, Trin. 2? Yes. No. Yes. I don't remember what I do have and I don't have off the top of my head right this second. That's right. I need to finish making Ash. Yeah, she's got some stuff that needs to be built. You just need Neuroptics. Chroma Systems, which I have stuff for that I need to finish. And then, yeah, that's right. You need Neuroptics. I don't know why it's saying that I haven't mastered Ember Prime. Because I have. Or with Eptaph Prime. Ooh, that is a good combo with her. Grendel. I'm convinced there's some Lavos piece. Yeah, chassis. I need Neotane? Oh, that's fucking... Really, dude? That's it? Hold on. Hold on. Cred offerings. I have no credits. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'm gonna go sit in the shame corner now. I can't get Neotane. God damn it. No, that's totally fair. I don't have everybody, but I have quite a few that I just go through on a regular basis. I just need to rank Neja. Because we're getting pretty close to MR25. I may hop on a little bit tomorrow and just get some farming done in, like, the mid-afternoon, if anybody's interested. Probably around, like, 4 o'clock. So I think that's probably right. What is your bad news? Jace, I'm so sorry, that sucks. Was it like a motorbike or a bicycle bike? I mean, both suck, but one of them is a slightly more higher speed risk. Danger. Anything fun in here? Sometimes I miss stuff. Ooh, the sail changed. That's a fun little skin. I don't love it enough to get it. Sentient skin. Look, Kavat armor! And then this Valkyrie skin. Which, like, it's giving me Avatar. The blue one, not the motorbike. I'm sorry, that really sucks, Jace. I hope you guys are at least having, like, I would highly recommend talking to a grief counselor. That might help, but I totally get that. That's a really, really tough emotional situation to be in. I'm sorry about that. Because he eats money resources, yeah. Close. I'm really sorry about that. I try to avoid SP on a general note, just because, like, girly pop is bad at all of the things. That's right, I need to switch up. Mazalon. Oh, and I have, like, no fun K-Rise, that's right. Wedrick, Mazalon, Arcbex. Oh, my Odin Audit is at max ranks. Itzel. Let's do that one next. Well, I would highly recommend trying to do something that's kind of like very centering. Nature walk, writing your feelings, even just scribbling, like your art, you're physically writing, could be really helpful. I do scribble notes all the time. Anything that can just kind of like help put you in a place where either you can process or just kind of relax without having to think about much else. It's been, and Warframe, you know, gaming is another great coping mechanism. I know I'm just kind of running back and forth for a second, but I don't think there's anything else I need to do right this second. Nothing that I have enough brain power to do right this second, which I kind of hate, but that is what it is. And I don't just like have this, I don't have the energy to like trade right now. So hold on, I'm gonna go over to my chatting screen. And then we're gonna go work on that. I think this might be towards, but I think this is where I'm probably going to hop off for the evening. Corrosive, or I'm personally a corrosive girly. A corrosive and magnetic, I generally is my vibe. Personal things. Sometimes you think gaming can be detrimental. Sometimes it can, but it just depends on like your moderation and how much you're using it and things like that. But anyways, guys, I think this is where I'm probably gonna hop off for the evening. Girly Pop's got like no brain cells, so let's find out who my victim is going to be. Hold on, let me grab the bot, and then we're gonna find who my raid victim is gonna be. But thank you everybody for hanging out and hanging out on stream. Everybody who hung out for the raids and all of my lurkers. I appreciate everybody who had such a wonderful time and made stream so fun tonight. I've been having a great time. I'm sorry that my brain cells are starting to like log off, but I have taken my first dose of my pain medication in like 2 weeks, and my body has just gone like, oh my god, I feel so much better. No, you're all good, Jace. I totally get wanting to share, and I appreciate it. I'm sorry you're having a hard time, and I hope you feel better. I really do. But again, thank you everybody for hanging out. As a reminder, again, we're going to be raiding out to... Boop. We're going to be raiding out to Kirihime, who's on, looks like, running some 1999 and having a good time. So I will be looking forward to giving them some really good vibes. You're going through all the raids tonight? You are! For those of you that would like to join our Discord server, we hang out in there. You get stream updates. We talk about Warframe. We have question channels so that if you'd like to ask questions or you're a newer player, you can get some assistance. And well as just general chatting channels that we talk in and talk about all sorts of fun stuff. So please don't feel afraid to send a message and join up on the Discord. But that's the hangout place. And if anybody wants to see some of my stuff off stream, I post content on TikTok and YouTube as well. Which if I hit my ta-da! Socials. Poof. I did it. But again, thank you everybody for hanging out. I hope you have an amazing rest of your evening. We're going to be heading out with a raid to Kirihime, who is another wonderful, wonderful streamer. And I will see all of you. I'm going to stream probably tomorrow, either at 4 or 6. I'll update Discord. Probably closer to 6 o'clock, honestly. And we're just going to do a couple of hours of just some resource collecting, I think. So, again, thank you everybody and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. All right, bye!